everybody? Back in again, week two, third and long pick six show. Hope you all having a great weekend, and hope you had a great week as well. Sticking with the glasses, like I said, Real Ray Yergs coming in hot over here, sticking in with some of the glasses. I kind of like it. We'll see. We'll see how long it lasts, but yeah, pretty good. Uh, how y'all doing? Hope everybody's great. Tough week last week. Week one, we went 2-4 on our picks. A little bit difficult there, but nonetheless, we're gonna bounce back again. We'll have a fun week this week. Gonna make this maybe a little bit more interesting. Got a couple other topics I want to talk about besides football. See if we have time to get into that. But big news this week: Aaron Rodgers going down for the season. Real tough to be a Jets fan. It's like they are cursed at the quarterback position. They are just cursed in general. Don't even know what to do with. Yeah, tough. But says he's going to be in full recovery. He's going to be back next season strong. So we'll see if 38, 39-year-old Aaron Rodgers comes back for the Jets. Lives out that second year of this contract. So it'll definitely be interesting to see how his rehab goes and what that's going to look like. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for him. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, tough week though. Pats didn't look too good. Colts came up short. Eagles got the big victory the other night on Thursday Night Football. Vikings 0-2, looking very sluggish coming out the gate. Not too hot in that NFC Central. It's going to be tough. So it's a toss-up. I told you before last week, this is a toss-up. So we'll keep an eye on the NFC Central. With that being said, where do I even begin? Let's just begin with some outside football news. Yeah, Shohei Ohtani, his locker room is empty. What does that say for him in the Angels' future? Most likely he will not be there next year. It does not seem like he will be there. So, big sweepstakes coming up for Ohtani. Yankees, Red Sox, Dodgers. Who's going to be in the mix? As a Red Sox fan, I would love to see him go to the Red Sox, but high price tag. Not sure if he's going to be able to pitch with that Tommy John surgery. It's going to be an interesting rehab for him. I don't foresee him being in the lineup next year. I feel like he's going to be more of a Bryce Harper type of situation with Tommy John, where he'll be able to come back but not pitch and throw, where Hopper came back early. He was able to hit, play DH, and have some impact on the team. But is he going to be ready to do that, or is he just going to wait for his full rehab? So it would be interesting to see where that goes. Other news, as I said, if you follow me on Twitter at The Real Ray Yergs, or X, whichever we want to call it these days, you will notice that I had an interesting take with Ben Shelton's dad coming out talking about the old hang up, hello, boop, reaction from Djokovic when Shelton's the one that had started it with Tiafoe, and I think it's his signature move, whatever it is, whatever the case is. Just interesting comments coming back from him talking about how it's disrespectful for a champion to do such a thing, but at the same time, it was actually really more disrespectful that Shelton actually did that to Tiafoe the 2 days before that whole situation. Listen, I'm a big tennis guy. Djokovic is fantastic. I'm not a big fan of Shelton. I watched him during the U.S. Open, if you're familiar with it, for the last couple of weeks. I was not a fan of Shelton at all. I don't like his demeanor. I don't like his attitude. Reminds me of a Nick Kyrgios. It's very off-putting. So if you've seen that, let me know what you think in the comments. I'd love to hear your take from it. I don't think that Ben Shelton's father was in the right on this one. I think it was more somebody asked him a question probably, and he just probably needed to give an answer. I don't like it. I think it was silly for him to even start that whole thing. But as a Djokovic fan, hey, you get what you ask for. In any sport, you got to be able to take the heat. If you can't take the heat, then don't even bring the heat. I like the boop. I like it. I like the mocking them. I think it's fantastic. It's great. I think that, yeah, if you can't take it, then don't even start it. Um, yeah, young kids these days they don't really understand. They don't get it. Um, so yeah, needless to say, aside from that, there's some other things going on. There was a lot of other stuff going on this week. PGA Tour is back in action. Ryder Cup's gonna be coming up in a couple weeks. We'll have a lot more discussion on that coming moving forward. Um, let's just get into the gritty best part of it with the NFL. Browns big win last week over the Bengals. Bengals look completely lost and atrocious. Yeah, man, they look. Joe Burrow getting that big contract, he did not look good coming off of that, and I think he's a lot more hurt than people are saying that he is. So that's something to definitely keep an eye on. I also think that the 49ers are a terrific all around franchise team. I don't even know what to say about the Niners. They absolutely put a pounding on, and they were, man, I thought the Steelers were going to look a lot better than what they did against, a big game against the 49ers. I thought they were going to look really good, but they looked really tough. And yeah, where do we go from there? Aside from that, oh man, there's a lot of wonky things happened kind of week one. Raiders are in first place. The Chiefs lost. Broncos lost. I mean, a lot of whole teams lost. Packers, they did what they needed to do. I guess that's kind of who we thought they were going to be, especially week one. But are they going to be able to continue moving that forward over the next few weeks, get their feet wet and see what happens? Yeah, I can't say more about the Bengals. That's why I'm on the Ravens this week. I like the Ravens getting 3 on the road. I don't care if they're on the road. The Ravens looked good. They covered a big spread. Yeah, this is tough territory for the Bengals if they start 0-2. Where do you know they might be right along there with the Bills. Bills looked terrible on Monday Night Football, even with Zach Wilson playing. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where some of these teams go. But right into it this week, we'll just get right into some of the picks. And as I said, the Bengals Ravens +3 on the road in Cincinnati. I like that one. I think that's a great pick. I'm going to stick with the Colts again this week. The Colts looked good last week driving down. Richardson looked really good. He's going to learn to slide. He got a little bit of a head injury on the last few plays there. I feel like they could have got that ball in and got that cover, but they didn't. But I do like them at +1 on the road against the Texans. I think they're a much better team, and especially all around. So I think they're going to get their first victory. Richardson will get his first victory. That'd be fantastic for him. Raiders, Bills. I think this is a shootout. I think the Bills are going to come in blazing hot off an embarrassing loss against the Jets last week. I think they're going to put up a ton of points. I like the over 47.5 in that one. Bears traveling to Tampa Bay. Bears are a much better team, but this is the window right here for Justin Fields. This is it. His window. This right here. That's the window. They need this victory. I think that they get it. I like them at +2.5. I like them getting points against the Bucks. Bucks were a fluky win last week, that's for sure. But I think they'll be in for a setback. If the Bears can't get this victory, then where do the Bears go from here? It seems like they might be Justin Fields' train might be moving off of him real fast. It's gonna be tough for him. There was a lot of high hopes going into the season for him, so be interesting. Niners Rams. I like the over 45.5 in that game. Niners typically these two teams have a big rivalry and they play close games, but I do think that we're going to get some points in this one. They typically go under, but I like the over in this one, especially what 49ers can do, and especially what they did against Pittsburgh last week. I like the over 45.5. Let's see. That is one last pick, and that is the Sunday night game. Dolphins on the road in New England, and I like them at -2.5. This is a low number for the Dolphins, who put up a ton of points against the Chargers. Played really good against a really good team. Divisional game, I get it, but the defense is the saving grace for the Patriots at this point. I don't see that they can keep up with this offense. I like them at -2.5 on this one. Let's bounce back this week. Let's go try and get 6-0. Let's have some fun. And don't forget to follow me at The Real Ray Yergs on X. Don't forget on YouTube at The Real Ray Yergs as well. And let's see if we can get some winners. Hope you guys have enjoyed the rest of your weekend.